Hi, the weather outside this afternoon is pretty terrible, so I thought I'd put together a quick video. Yeah, that's my knee kicking the table. I thought I'd put together a quick video for you guys to give you a few hints and tips in Lightroom with what you can do to save a shot that's completely drenched in bad lighting. Concert, stage, red lighting, bad. Good for black and white. Purple lighting, bad. Okay for black and white. Blue lighting can sometimes be okay for black and white. Sometimes it can be really, really weird. It can leave such a strange hue to the subject's face that they look like a skeleton. It looks really strange somehow. So I'm going to take you into Lightroom. We're going to have a look at a photo that I've shot which is completely full of blue light, and then I'm going to show you how to save it by using the color, hue, saturation and luminance settings, and end up with a usable image. So come on, let's have a look in Lightroom. So here we are then in Lightroom, and here we have a picture from Bob Geldof concert that I shot last weekend, I think it was. Anyway, as you can see here in the background, there is a whole bunch of blue light, and the light that's coming from the front is also, I'm not entirely sure what it's probably supposed to be. There's definitely some normal white light in there, possibly some red as well. Shot itself was 1/250th of a second, f3.2 ISO 1600. So there is, well, there's not a great deal of noise here in this shot, but as you can see, there's some really weird stuff going on here with this light. Now, if we take it into develop, what you would usually see here is, with blue light like red and purple, perhaps drop it into black and white and see what happens. But as you can see, there's left this kind of dark, there's lots of dark areas here. The shot itself in black and white, yeah, actually looks okay, apart from these weird, yeah, I don't know, I don't understand it. There's very strange stuff going on here. So what I try and do here is just try and save the shot as best as possible using color. Usually I kick off with adjusting the exposure, just the basic stuff, just to get the shot how I would probably have it if I didn't have to do so many adjustments. Yeah, clarity, not yet. And here is the important stuff. Okay, we need to deal with this color that's going on here in this image. So I usually take a shot first of all when it's blue. Let's start with the blue, and let's drop the saturation down slightly and the luminance up a little bit. We need to really do this kind of adjustment here for every color that we can see in the image that's standing out and causing us problems. Aqua, another shade of blue, we can probably just adjust that a little bit. Just the same again, about 30 each way ish. We can adjust that afterwards. And now the biggies here. We've got this problem going on with the face here. It's got this kind of purple. Yeah, I'm not really sure what kind of is he doing. Adding too much luminance into the purple channel makes things look really strange. Let's set that there. I think a lot of this will probably change once we go into the magenta channel, and yeah, you can see straight away, look, from 0 up to about minus 30 again. 30 always seems to be a good number when you're doing this. It seems to just flatten the colors out quite nicely. And if we just take that up, take it all the way, we see what happens. If we just knock that up about, yeah, up to about 30 is too much, I think, here. Probably about +4. You can see this area, there is shadow, but that is shadow, I'm guessing, seems to be that's coming from the microphone here. So you can see we've already solved, yeah, pretty major problems that were going on in this image. This section here could possibly do with some adjustment as well. If it's orange, yeah, you see that's probably a little bit too much. I think we probably need to look more rather at the yellow channel. Let's just check the yellow channel out. No, it's definitely orange. Just dropping the saturation of the orange a little bit. I think that makes the whole thing look a hell of a lot better than what I did to start with. If we compare it to what we had, to what we started with. As you can see, the face there, there's just strange stuff going on. The way the light is hitting the face and the light is mixing up, it's just creating this really weird effect. Here in the second image, now this is our adjusted image. As you can see, that shadow has been taken care of a little bit. There's a little bit lighter. I haven't actually done any adjustments at all in the highlights. We could do that, but it's probably not going to make too much difference at all. No, there's hardly any highlights there. You see, when you go into to adjust highlights, if you hold down Alt in Mac, Alt in Windows as well, I'm guessing, then you'll basically get this blacked out background, which will show you exactly how much clipping is going on there. This is a pretty flat image. I mean, we can take the highlights down just to remove this section that you're seeing up above the microphone. But you know, there's really nothing going on there, and as you can see by the warnings here in Lightroom, there's no color clipping occurring. Everything's fairly evenly balanced now. So as you can see, adjusting the hue and the saturation and luminance levels on the affected channels. That's the important thing. Try not to touch the colors which aren't standing out. You know, there's no greens there. You know, there's no red. Blue is definitely causing a problem because of the background. We've taken some of that out a little bit, and obviously the other big problem that we found just through playing was mainly through the magenta channel. A little bit of purple as well, but mainly through the magenta channel. As you can see, that image is pretty much usable now. There's not even that much noise there. You can see that there is definitely some, but we can probably take away some of that by going into detail and let's find a shadowy part where we can see some of this. You know, you don't want to take out too much of the sharpening, and you definitely don't want to add too much luminance, because adding luminance removes detail. You may not be able to see it too clearly here, but it does soften things up far too much. What I generally try and do is try to keep the luminance, sometimes around about, between 15 and 30, no more than 30. Even if you're shooting at ISO 3200, 30 is usually the limit that I would go to there, because you're just taking away too much detail from the image. As you can see here, it's worked out quite nicely. It looks good. So there you have it. There's how to save an image that's got some really bad lighting going on in it. You can, as I said earlier, you can with red. Red is usually a very, very nice color to drop into black and white. Usually you don't need to do too many adjustments to get a great black and white image from a scene that's completely drenched in red light. Purple and blue, and as we can see here, magenta is where things really start to get a little bit tricky, and in black and white they don't even look that good either. This shot now in black and white, let's just check it out and see what it looks like now. Tidier. The image is definitely tidier than it was before. The shadows don't look as harsh as they did earlier. So yeah, there you have it. I hope that's been helpful. If it has been helpful, please hit thumbs up. Check out some of the links below in the description. That's the equipment I use on this shoot that I'm using now to record this video. And if you want to keep up to date with what's happening, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. Cheers.